Magic has played an important role in our childhood, and not many will disagree. Rabbits popping out from hats, card tricks, and cutting a lady into two parts. It was all amazing, and we waited for the magic show eagerly. We believed it all to be true, and as we grew up, we moved towards more complex magic tricks to satisfy our skeptical minds. It pains us to shatter the illusion, but people, the magicians, have been fooling us all this while. You can't have the Statue of Liberty disappearing. You know it was a lie. Learn the secrets behind many such tricks and burn in agony. Number 10. Split Man Trick. If you've watched this trick, you probably shrieked at the top of your voice. Watching a man cut in half and carrying his own legs looks like a scene straight out of a horror movie, so witnessing it live can creep you out. Let's soothe you a bit. He really wasn't cut and was just bluffing. This trick worked only because you saw him from the front. Had you seen him from the side, you would know that from the knee to the waist, it was a mannequin. The man was walking on his own legs by bending them at a strategic angle. Smart, we could say. Number 9. Walking on water. We've seen this trick being performed in the open, where a person walks on water, defying all rules of physics. Isn't it strange that this trick is always performed on muddy water? If the magician has some superpowers, then why does he choose to walk on filthy water? He can always use his powers on clean water. Well, people, he can't, because he ain't walking on water. Rather, a clear plastic platform that is not easy to see in muddy water, but that can totally change in see-through clear water. We've been fooled yet again. Number 8. Disappearing Statue of Liberty. Magically making a 225-ton Statue of Liberty vanish is no easy feat, right? Well guys, it is far easier than you think. Most of you would know that it stands on an island away from the lights of the city. The only lights that illuminated the statue at night were from itself. The audience was made to sit in front of two pillars illuminated with spotlights, and from in between them they could see the statue. Then a huge screen was placed to hinder their view for a few moments, and this is when the lights of the statue were switched off. Voila! The statue vanishes. Number 7. The Floating Man. This is more like a roadside trick. You see yogis on the street floating in air, right? How they managed to pull off this stunt was beyond us, but nevertheless we enjoyed it. Okay, now that man you saw levitating wasn't a divine being owning special powers. It was an illusion, with steel structures providing support from under the person's baggy clothes, and that stick he was holding as he sat floating above a mat were all hidden tools to support him. You can easily swap places with him. Number 6. Losing your head. Another favorite trick of magicians is making their head fall off. We've all watched that with awe, but it kind of scared us as well. Don't worry, people, he is not a ghost with a detachable neck, just a clever man pulling wool over your eyes. He just bends his knees and slides his head down, along with his whole body. Oops, but his shoulders didn't bend, right? That is where the trick is. The man's jacket and jeans are held by a metal wire in place, so when the body bends, the clothes still stay in place, giving you the illusion of a falling head. Too easy, ain't it? Number 5. Vanishing Liquid. Another famous trick that you see often and wonder how any person can turn into a magician. Well, the real magician is the jug from where you have to pour the liquid into a paper cone. The trick simply is to tilt the jug into the paper cone such that the opening is not visible to the audience. You do that because the jug is sealed at the opening. No liquid will ever flow out of it. Now you can easily open up the paper cone you have made and show it to be purely dry. Wow, magic! Number 4. Person slicing in half. Another famous trick from magicians around the world is the person slicing trick. We have all shrieked in fear upon watching it. When the magician asks his assistant to climb into a coffin-type box and then slices her in half, we were scared for the poor girl. But it's time to tell the truth. There were 2 assistants, not 1, and this was possible because the box was deeper than what you perceived. Once the girl is cut in half, you see the face of one girl, but the legs of another one, totally alive. Remember, she wiggles her legs? Number 3. Rabbit in an empty hat. Anyone who owns a pet rabbit? You probably know how tough it is to keep a rabbit in a hat. So if you're thinking that that cute fluff ball was hidden in the hat all the while, you are delightfully wrong. But he didn't magically pull out a rabbit from an empty hat, obviously. The rabbit was in a cloth sack hanging from the table on which the magician places the hat. The skill is to swiftly grab the sack from under the table and put it in the hat without the audience noticing it. Definitely some credit to the magician for his sleight of hand. Number 2. Horizontal levitation. So how do you think a woman can float in the air after the table on which she lay was removed? Pure magic, right? Absolutely wrong. The real trick of this feat was skillfully hidden in the girl's flowy clothes and the magician. She lay on a metal platform that was hidden in her dress. The entire structure was supported by the mechanism which is hooked to the magician. So you never wondered why the magician never moved during the trick? Oh, and then the passing of a huge hula hoop over the girl to prove that she is not resting on anything? Or rather to distract you from the real trick. Wink. Number 1. Underwater chain escape. We've all seen this one. A person tied with chains and thrown in a glass tank and locked. Within minutes, the person is able to break free and come up for air. Never found anything fishy here? It is too quick to be legit, and that's exactly the case here. Pure bluffing. The trick revolves around fake locks, a bit of physical strength, and clever assistance. Basically, when the magician is tied with fake locks and thrown into water, the assistant tampers with the latches of the glass tank. Then the magician has to use some strength and come out. Easy? Which of these secrets behind famous magic tricks made you cringe? Tell us in the comments section below. Subscribe to our channel if you liked this video. And while you're here, check out our other videos and tell us what you think of them. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Thanks for watching.